Greetings, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Ahysen Nation. It is Tuesday the 15th, and we're so glad you are with us today here on WAFB+. We have a lot going on today and a lot going on this weekend. As a matter of fact, we have, I can't keep a calendar electronically. So this is what I'm still doing on the calendar. All right, so there's so much going on. This weekend, of course, St. Patrick's Day is the 17th, which is coming up this Thursday, and Baby Shark Live for all you parents is going to be at the River Center. It's a fundraiser. I beg your pardon, it's not a fundraiser. It's just going to be at the River Center this Thursday, so you parents. Michelangelo, A Different View starts at the River Center on Friday, and it'll run through April the 17th, and that you've seen some commercials about that. That's going to be kind of cool. Of course, Wearing O' the Greens Parade is this Saturday, St. Patrick's Day Parade, and Shamrock Run for you guys that are runners, and the 28th Annual Festival of Live Oaks Barbecue Cook-Off in New Iberia is also on Saturday, but a lot of folks that will be doing that in that area, but it's the Wearing of the Greens is the big deal for Saturday, right there in New Iberia. All right, we have a special guest on the air with us today, and it's our good friend Melanie Cuvillon. Hello, Melanie. How are you?
Good morning.
Melanie is with the Manship Theatre, of course, and she is the executive director of the Manship Theatre, and so many things going on at the Manship Theatre. And we told her last month or 6 weeks ago or so that we would definitely keep her on a regular basis to talk about things going on at the Manship, and not the least of which you've got some courses coming up. So while you're talking, I'm going to move over to another screen, and we're going to have, instead of doing a lot of fancy graphics, I've decided to use our touch screen and go right to your website, and we can teach people how to walk around on the website. So first of all, good morning. Glad you're with us.
Good morning.
So tell us a little about what's going on at the Manship Theatre right now. I know you've got a sold-out Zombies concert, which I was too late getting my ticket for that. That's coming up. But some other things going on at the theater as well, and summer classes. Is that what we're talking about today?
We're talking about summer camps.
Summer camps, I'm sorry. All right, well, you talk, and I'm going to move over to our thing here, our board.
Okay, this is really cool. Yes, so we are excited. Oh, fantastic. You're like Vanna White.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Exactly. So you go to Manship Theatre, THEATRE.org, and there's your website, and it comes right up.
Yeah.
So you
Yes.
walk me through
And
where
you
you want us to go, and we'll kind of walk around here and promote some of the stuff for you guys.
Yes. Well, you're going to go to What We Do, which is right there up at the top, and scroll down to Education. You're going to click on Education. You're going to scroll down. Keep going. And then we have our listing of our camps. Of course, we say camps that spark curiosity. And then keep scrolling, and you'll see upcoming camps. And it's going to take you through the 4 offerings that we have for this summer. We're really excited to be back to having a full schedule of camps, and these are in-person camps.
Okay,
so
very good.
We are fired up.
So you want to walk us through each one of these? Now, registration, I think you were telling me starts this week or this month for the camps. And do they sell out? Is there a reason we need to jump on and get on this early, or what? And tell us about fees.
Well, right now we are in our second week of registration for Manship Theatre members. These are supporters that become a member with Manship Theatre, sort of like friends of Manship Theatre. And so they get that perk to be able to register for the camps before the general public, because historically our camps do sell out pretty fast. So we always encourage patrons, if they really are interested, if their children are interested in participating, to become a member, a supporter of Manship Theatre, so you can go ahead and register. And that's being a member at the family level and higher. And so they have one more week to do that this week, and then all of the registration for the camps will go to the general public. So they can register starting Monday, March 21st.
Okay, so I'm seeing on the screen here, you've got one that starts June 6th, then one that starts June 20th, June 27th, and July 11th. How long do they run, and do you want me to open up any of these and kind of go through? I'm really interested in that Disney Frozen Kids musical camp on the 20th, because I just got back from seeing Frozen at the Sanger. Had never seen the movie, didn't know a thing about it. All I knew is, do you want to...
You've never seen the movie, Johnny?
All I know is that my niece would sing, "Do you want to build a snowman?" And it was so long. And so I sit down in the Sanger Theater, and I'm with a bunch of folks from Broadmoor. I beg your pardon, not Broadmoor. I'm with a bunch of folks from Parkview Baptist, and Lori Kaiser, the theater music director at Parkview, was sitting next to me.
Yeah.
And the curtain, well, there was no curtain, it was just the set. And I leaned over to her and I said, "This is not the thing that goes, 'Do you want to build a snowman?'" And the second the lights went out, the 2 kids that were on stage first, one of them says, "Hey, you want to build a snowman?" And I'm like, oh no, it's that one. Oh no. I've never been more entertained. It was so good, I would see it again. And the things they did on stage, I can't believe how they did some of that.
Yeah, technically I hear it's a pretty phenomenal show. I have not seen the stage version. I've only seen the movie, which I loved. I loved it. I mean, I love when they make it enjoyable for children and adults, and it was delightful. And the music is fantastic.
Well, as a member of the theater and the arts, you need to see that wherever it goes, because I cannot believe, I leaned over to Lori and said, You're in theater. How did they do that? And she went, "I have no idea. Yeah, I mean, it was phenomenal."
Yeah, it was a big deal when it opened on Broadway. Technically, everybody was so curious to see how they were going to do so much of what's in the animated film, and make it just as enjoyable. And I still can't say because I didn't see it in person, but I have heard rave reviews from people who had enjoyed the stage version. So I'm glad you got to see it. That's fantastic.
And now I love it, because the song just drove me crazy with my niece singing it and all that. And I'm like, please tell me this is not, and I mean, almost on cue, I told Lori, tell me this isn't the one that goes snowman. And these 2 kids go, "Hey, you want to build a snowman?" Okay, I'm going to go back to the board because I'm getting ahead of us, because you've got the one coming up on June the 20th. So we want to walk through each one of these, or what?
Sure. The summer fun with the arts, that's going to be, summer fun is first. That's our June 6th camp. So it's going to be 1 week, and that's for ages 6 to 10. And this is going to be for the child that likes to do everything. Like they're going to do a little bit of everything: music, dance, visual arts, drama. And they come pretty much, they arrive at 8:30, camp starts at 9, they're done at 3:30. So that's a 1-week camp. And then the last day of camp, they'll do a little informants for their parents and friends, to talk about what they did throughout the week, display some of their visual art that they created. I'm excited. We did this one last year for the first time, and we really had a wonderful time. The kids just loved being able to do so many different things, because sometimes kids, they know they like to sing, or they like to create art, but letting them try a little bit of music and try a little bit of dance, they'll kind of say, wow, I didn't know that I enjoyed that, or that they may learn something new about themselves, or and then they'll want to do more. They'll want to do more at school, or at a local community theater or something. So I love this camp. This is a great camp for that kid that likes to do everything.
So now this will encourage them to perform?
Well, they will, in their informants, that'll be on the last day, they will do a little bit of performing. They're probably going to do some singing and dancing, a little bit of maybe some theater pieces for their parents, because they're going to work on that throughout the week. They're going to work on technique, kind of beginner level stuff, because this is age 6 to 10. So they'll cover a lot of different areas. But I think it's going to be a fun time.
Good therapy, if you will, not therapy, but therapy for somebody that's an introvert that might need to, you know what I'm saying? Which is not you or me.
And I don't want kids to be nervous about, oh gosh, I don't have a lot of experience in doing that. I'm not a big singer, or I've never taken a dance class in my life. You know what? This is the one to dive into and try it. And we, as we say in theater, you know what? You never make mistakes. It's always a safe atmosphere. We're always there to learn and move forward. And so everyone is supportive, and it's a loving environment. I make sure that at Manship Theater camps, we are always supportive and help each other, and we work as a team, because, in theater, as in sports or any other work situation, you've got to be a great ensemble player. You need to know how to work as a team. And so we kind of start to focus on that from day one. And so with this camp, I don't want anybody to be worried, oh, this is something new. It's okay. Just take a chance, try and see if you like it. You never know until you try.
Okay, now this is the one we were talking about, since I have now am into the Frozen family. On the 20th, mini musical production camp, Disney's Frozen, and that starts on the 20th. Yeah. This is the one that really intrigued me since I just saw the show. So go over what this one is.
Right, so this is our mini musical production camp. So we offer 2 production camps, but this is our first one. This is our mini musical, because this is for the ones that are a little younger. Their ages 6 to 9. So they just come for a week and a Saturday, a week and a day. Now this camp does have a performance at the end. So they will perform Frozen Kids. So, and the reason why it says kids, Johnny, is because it's a shortened version. It's it's kind of an abbreviated version of the show. And so it's easier for the younger kids to perform. So it's pretty much an hour-long performance. And so that's going to be on the Saturday of that week. So the kids will come to camp 9 to 3:30 every day. We will offer aftercare for this camp specifically. So if you're a parent who works and you can't get there to pick them up at 3:30, we will offer aftercare until 5:30. But anyway, so the whole camp will go from Monday to Friday, and then they'll come back on Saturday morning and they will perform for their parents and friends on stage at the Manship Theatre. And this camp is very similar, like with the other 2-week production. We focus on the process, not as much on the product, because I think children need to learn that there's a lot that goes in to performing and putting together a production than just costume pieces and props and, and set. it's the work that they're going to do inside, the work that they're going to do together to bring this together. And so we kind of start teaching them all the elements that need to be a part of a full production. It's kind of like putting all the ingredients in the gumbo, and making sure everything tastes great before you serve it to your family or your friends, So this is a fun camp, and they're focusing on sort of your singing, dancing, and acting, and putting together this show. What's nice is once everyone's registered, we do have auditions for the different roles, because everyone does have a part in the show, but it's just what part they're doing or what role they'll be performing kind of is decided from their auditions, because we want them to come that first day having a good feel of the show, already having their script, already have listened to the music, so that we can dive in and focus on the show, but then do other things so that they're not, all day long frozen kids. We're able to do some improv, we're able to do some other fun stuff, because the key is we want them to have fun. And we don't want any pressure, or we don't want any stress. So it's a cute camp, it's a fun camp, and of course they get the opportunity to perform on that stage, and they love it.
I'm glad you said that, because that was going to be one of my questions is, you don't want the kids to be stressed, especially the more introverted ones that are on the edge of doing something. They don't want to feel like they have to do it, or they failed if they did it and it wasn't great, or whatever. Right. So and I know you from knowing you, that you're very, very, very sensitive to that. You encourage the arts. You don't want them to be afraid of the arts, kind of thing.
Not at all. And so you want it to be a really inviting atmosphere. So I feel like the auditions that we hold before, which are still very stress-free, they come, they get to know the director, the music director, the choreographer, they move a little bit, they sing a little bit, and we get to see, where they shine. Because that's the point, is we want that child to be put in a spot where they can really shine and do their best. And that's how the auditions kind of happen. So we can figure out what the best spot is for that child. And so it takes care of that. And then they can come that first day and we're ready to boogie, and then work on other things too as well. Because I know with the mini musical, we like to go in the theater and see our own private movie during the week, just as a little break, and have popcorn and juice and enjoy that. So we like to do other things other than focusing on that one show. So,
and then we're going to move on to something that's kind of interests me, and this is the film production, Camp Lights, Camera Action. The film production camps after that Frozen Camp on June the 27th.
Yeah.
Give us an overview of this one. I see the ages are a little bit older.
Right. We did this camp for the first time last year because, we had to kind of get creative since we were still dealing with the, with COVID and restrictions. And so we decided to do this camp. And it worked beautifully, and the kids had a lot of fun. And so this is for that child that's interested in filmmaking, writing, editing. They literally do everything. They scout out where they're going to do their filming. They're going to focus on filming and creating their own shorts, their own film shorts. They're going to as well work with different people and professionals from different production companies that will work with them, come in, bring some equipment. They're going to do a full day shoot as a group, as well as individual group shootings, so that they can have a piece, a film short that we can show at our Manship Theatre Film Festival that we will have the Friday night of that week. And so it culminates with that film festival that's at night at 6:00 in the Manship Theatre. So they'll get to walk the red carpet and see all their friends and family, and then be that filmmaker with pride and get to talk to the audience about what they created, maybe the story behind what they wrote and they filmed. And, it's a really cool camp. They're going to do a field trip to Celtic Studios. We're going to bring in some other professionals that will work with them. They're really going to get to know the equipment, which is neat. And then I think what's neat about this is there's a lot of ownership with what they create, because, they're going to they're going to work with different screenwriters and know, what do I need to include when I'm writing? Also the perspective of these shots, when they go to different locations, what's the best way to film something? We have some great LSU students that are finishing LSU this spring that will be working with the kids. So they're fresh off of this film arts degree, as well as other local professionals. And, last year, the kids had so much fun and they created their own movie posters. I mean, it was a joy. And so we knew we had to bring this camp back this year because it's just something different. And so many children have such an interest in filmmaking and films. And, with everything happening in Baton Rouge and Louisiana, when they drive down the street and they see those production vans and trucks on the side of the road, it's really cool. What's that about? What are they doing? And so now we can give them a little bit more of, a little eye into what's happening with with a film shoot.
That is so
it'll be fun.
Fascinating. And then we have the camp on July 11th, the 2-week musical production camp, Matilda Junior. Tell us, walk us through that one.
Yeah, so this is for your older child. This is going to be for ages, 9 to 15. So it is a wide range. But what I love is they really work together. Those little ones, they kind of watch the older ones. The older ones kind of take care of the little ones. And so I like it because it's such an opportunity for these kids. 2 weeks. These pretty much, I guess I'd have to say, these are the kids that love theater, that love musical theater, that eat, breathe, live theater. And they have a great time. They're working on becoming a triple threat. They're working on singing, dancing, and acting. And it's the same kind of mentality that this is a process as they present a production, not necessarily the product. And so we're going to explore all of the facets of what you have to do to put together a larger production. Matilda Junior is also another abbreviated version of the full Matilda that a lot of people saw on Broadway. And maybe they've seen the film, so they're familiar with the story. But the junior version is of course, another shorter one that's probably a little over an hour. And we're going to do the same process. We'll have the auditions for everyone that's registered ahead of time so they can also be put into their perfect spot where they can shine and do the best they can and feel comfortable about that. And then we can work on other things as well with this camp. So that we're not just living and breathing.
This is a Melanie Cuvillon camp. This is the camp Melanie Cuvillon as a little girl would have gotten into.
I know. I would have loved this camp. I really would have, because that's all I wanted to do all day long, was sing, dance, and act and create my own shows. Yeah. So this is a great camp for that child. Now, don't be, I want parents to know, even if your child doesn't have experience on stage, it's fine. I think it's a great way to come in and still be a part of this and learn and see if you like it. And there are roles that maybe are more in the background, because we need, as they say, there's never a small role in theater. And so there's a lot of different things that the kids can do and really help each other. And I think it's going to be, I'm excited because I think Matilda's a precious show. And so I'm excited to bring that to Manship Stage because they'll get to do 2 shows, a 5:30 and a 7:30 on that Friday night of the second week. So we have 2
And that's
weeks.
more like real theater because you got to, shake it off and rest and then be fresh again like you just did it the first time for the second show. So that's more like real theater. I like that.
Exactly.
What you said it's a little larger cast. What is Matilda Junior about? How many kids?
Well, we usually sometimes get up to about 45 kids, and that's kind of our max capacity. So we kind of aim for about 30 to 45 kids. So this is a larger group, whereas with Frozen Kids, we probably stop at about 30 kids capacity.
So those are the master classes that are on the website? That's what this is, or is this something
No,
different?
those are the 4 camps.
Got
so
it.
if you scroll back up, because we do master classes, throughout the year, but for the summer, we are having these 4 camps. Those are our 4 offerings.
Fantastic. Now tell us again, you had mentioned the patrons first, and tell us again how to go ahead and sign our kids up for these and what the dates are that we can sign up for.
Yes, if you're ready to register your child today and you're excited and you just happen to not be a member of Manship Theater, you can become a member and then you can register your child. And a lot of people do that. A lot of people keep their membership current, or they'll call and I need to become a member. So they do that first, and they do that at the family level or higher.
Can we do that online on the website?
Yep. You can, or you can, I take that back. You can become a member online, but to register for camps, you do have to call in.
Okay.
You do have to call our ticket desk.
Where do I go to become a member online?
So if you go to support, I'm looking to see, I can't read that there.
Support login. And there's a username.
Oh, okay. That's for the people that are already members. But on our main page, if you go back, there should be a place to support, and you can become a member. Yeah.
All righty, let's go
it'll
back
get
to
you
there.
back. But you can, if you do call in to the ticket desk, they will guide you through that, and they will help you do that as well.
Put you on the spot a little bit, did I?
I know. Well, can you go back to the main page?
Yeah.
Click on the Manship Theater logo.
There's a staff sponsors.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, go back to the Manship Theater logo to the left, top left.
Top left, gotcha.
Yeah, click on that. That should take you back.
Gotcha.
Okay, and look, right there you can click to learn more about summer camps alongside, on the right side. But if you scroll down, there's support. See up at the top, Johnny?
Whoops, I went backwards.
See all the lines, support?
Okay, here's the main theater, right?
If you go back, see where this is hysterical. If you go back to the top, see support.
Yep.
Next to events.
Right
if
here.
you click on support.
Support. There we go.
There you go. Okay, scroll down.
One-time donation, become a supporter.
That's it. You click that.
Awesome. There we go.
Boom.
Select your level.
And there it takes you to the levels.
Fantastic.
And all the perks that you receive.
Fantastic. Well, good. That's the good thing about WAFB Plus is we don't have to, it's light, it's less formal. It's just you and me visiting and showing some folks the website. So, Melanie Kubiak, what else do we need to know about the Manship Theater? You got some shows coming up that aren't sold out yet. The Zombies is, but you want to talk about those?
The Zombies is April 9th. Yeah, that is sold out. And that is a show we have rescheduled multiple times. Over the past 2 years, we kept having to find a new date, and then we finally settled on the 9th. So that's the exciting date that everyone has been waiting for. But if you go to our website, there's a lot of different options. We have several different studio shows that are going to be happening. We also have a lot of rental events that are going to be happening because, as a community, you can rent the Manship Theater. You can rent our Hartley Bay spaces, the theater, depending upon what you want to do. And so a lot of those are rental events. We do have films as well. So you can look there and see, it's called New Worlds. And that's Bill Murray there, if you see him. Yeah, that's a really cool film. He's singing a lot and doing a lot of scenes for different shows. It's a hoot. If you love Bill Murray, you'll love this show.
What's tomorrow night? The River City Jazz Masters, Harold Lopez, tomorrow night?
Yes. Yeah, that's what that is presented by the Arts Council of Greater Baton Rouge, and they rent the theater to present their River City Jazz Masters. So yes, that is their first show that they are doing. We're excited about that.
Mozart to Motown, that looks kind of fun.
Now, but yes, that is a rental event that actually is coming up
March
as
19th.
well.
Yep.
Now keep scrolling, scroll down, keep going. There you can see our usual family dinner theater. We also have, which is we're really excited about, we have The Torch, which is a film about Buddy Guy. That is something we're presenting. And then we have Toad the Wet Sprocket coming on April 29th. I'm excited about that.
A lot of people forgot about Toad the Wet Sprocket. Oh my gosh, I know them well. Yeah, played their music back in the 90s.
Yeah. Colin Hay is May 5th, and we still have tickets available for that.
Boy, this is one that caught my eye a long time ago. Is the Ray Charles, Georgia on My Mind.
Yes,
Celebrating the music
Georgia
of
on
Ray
My
Charles.
Mind.
Wow.
If you like Ray Charles, you are going to love that show. And it's about 5 different vocalists that are extremely talented that will be celebrating his music. We do have some studio shows too. Go back up, Johnny. Black Joe Lewis is going to be in the studio May 6th. And that's a co-production with the Baton Rouge Blues Festival. Yeah. And so that's going to be a really cool show. And that's going to be in our studio space, in the Hartley Bay studio.
And that is
which
so
is pretty
cool.
neat.
But I mean,
And Tommy Prine is also in there as well.
I saw his
Scroll
show
back down.
there, May 14th.
Yeah, that's John Prine's son. And he is going to be in the studio on May 14th,
Wow.
which we're excited about that. I hear he's extremely talented, so I can't wait to see him in person. Now, I'm calling all the KISS fans.
Yes, Ace
that are out
Frehley.
there, because Ace Frehley is coming May 20th. Yes. I'm pretty excited.
That's going to be fun.
I'm pretty excited.
I grew up with that
So
group
you can
as
see
well.
him live. We also have Driving and Crying, which if you scroll back down, that's another show that we have in the studio too, because we're starting to do a lot more in that studio space because it's such a great space. It's the sound is phenomenal, and it's just a smaller venue, and these bands are fantastic. So to see them in such a up close view, it's really cool.
Melanie Cuvion, you are awesome. Thank you so much for giving us a tour of the website and the upcoming classes. You can go more, spend a lot of time on their website, Manship Theatre, Theatre.org, and just walk around the website like we did today. It's very, very easy to kind of manipulate around there, and you can answer all your own questions. And if you have more questions, it tells you how to get in touch with the Manship Theatre, and you can ask for the executive director herself, Melanie Cuvion. Anything else before we close out?
Just remember, if you want to register for the camps, you do have to call. You do have to call the ticket desk, which the number is on the website, but it's 344-0334. And someone with the ticket desk can get you all registered. And the public registration begins on May 21st. But if you want to register ahead of time and become a supporter, a member, you can, and register your child then.
And that's at any level of membership, right?
Family level and above.
Family level and above. Manship Theatre, you are such a great representative for the theater, and we're excited about these programs. Hopefully we'll see you in the audience and or on stage at some point real soon.
Definitely. Please come out and see us.
Thank you, Melanie Cuvion, and thank you for joining us here on Ahysen Nation on this Tuesday. I will see you bright-eyed and bushy-tailed tomorrow morning at 9 News this morning at the rightful hour of 4:30. Until then, have a great Tuesday. Melanie, thank you so much.